Hey there, homesteading on the hill here. I wanted to do a quick chicken coop video before I don't get to. It's getting into the cold months here. So just wanted to show you what I have going here. This is the run. One of them anyway, the one side, fenced in. Here's the coop that we made with upcycled pallets that someone gave us. So it was completely free to build this. Corey built this with free-handed, no plan in mind or anything like that. They fit nice and snug together because we didn't cut or sand any of them. So it's very square, it's very sturdy. We built it raised because we're in the city, so we have a lot of raccoons and gophers, groundhogs, and those kinds of things. So we can't take a chance of any of that getting in. And he just recently built the extended run here on the other side. Just give them a little bit more room, and we have a old patio table here and some fence posts that someone gave us. So he spent a day out here putting this together. This is to keep the snow at a minimum in the colder months, and hoping that this will give them at least a little bit of a drier area to scratch and pick at when it's freezing out here. Also, another reason we built on this side of the yard was because the fire pit's here, right outside the coop, or the run. So we're hoping that this will help keep our girls warm if need be. This is an old washer drum that we upcycled, and this is what we use for our pit. Got some bricks around it. So taking a look at the coop, the only thing we paid for was the tin roof. Let me see if I can get a shot of the roof here. I don't know if you can see. We actually got a really good deal on that. Someone had ordered it at Home Depot and they canceled the order, so we got that for about half price, which was just awesome. We got 2 sheets of that. I think we paid roughly $25 or something like that. And then we bought this hardware cloth, this mesh wire, and that's to keep all critters out and keep them in. And that cost us $20 for a roll. And then we bought the latches. Of course, that was like $5, I think. This actually came off of like a suitcase or something. So everything reused there. So a roughly $50 coop you're looking at here, which is huge. You know, that's awesome deal. We do have windows. So along to the side here, we're using cardboard as insulation, and to try to at least keep some of the draft out. And then we're doing shingles here with these cans. As you can see, we're midway through the process, and that's because we have to collect cans, so it takes some time to do that and then get them up there. These windows were a display, so they were given to us as well, and they were free. We didn't pay anything for these windows, so they were a nice addition for us to have here. Let me open up. We've got 2, one on both sides. It's nice in the warmer months when you can have the window open and they get good ventilation on the inside. So it's just a regular coop here. That's where they come in and out. Here's the roost. We have 3 boxes. And get over to the nesting boxes here. We have 6 hens altogether, so we have 3 boxes, though they only use 1, as you can see. These get cleaned out regularly, just like everything else, but this is the one they favor. They'll even wait and take turns so that they can lay in this specific box. I don't know why, but it does no damage to the eggs and they're happy. So, and this gets locked up at night, of course. This board actually slides in front of the coop here, and then those bricks get put in front of it to hold it in place. So nothing can get in and nothing can get out. And of course they're raised, and most of the time they're in the top. We'll move the food bowl on the inside at night, give them some water as well. And speaking of water, we have the roof at a slant here. If you can tell, it's tilted a little bit. And that's for future intentions here are to get a gutter system with a rain barrel right here. And then some PVC pipe with feeders on the inside so that they'll have a continuous watering system. So you don't have to water them by hand every day, which is nice. I'm already collecting rainwater, so that's what they get most of the time. We have a few other barrels here that we can put to use. So that's what's going to go on the side here. Hopefully next year that's something that we can get going. We might get lucky and get it done before the winter. Never know. We just kind of take things as they come here. So there you have it. And then I've been using this straw. Now, since we're, getting it way more than we were before, this gets raked out once a week. And the girls, they're out free ranging right now. That's what they're doing most of the day. I've been directing them to specific parts of the yard so that they pick and scratch. And they're doing a lot of my fall preparations for me. So, for instance, they've been in this side of the yard for the last week or two. This is one of my flower patches over here. I've got this fenced in because I've got some bee balm over here that they really were digging deep to. And even though bee balm's a perennial, it comes back bigger and better every year. I didn't want them to do any damage to the roots. These are all perennials all along here. I've got some columbine over there that's just hanging on still. So, anyways, instead of piling the straw in a heap into the compost, I've just been spreading out and using this as my winter cover after where they've been scratching in. So I'm hoping next spring that I'll have much less work to do that I normally have. Previous years I had been composting and cardboarding heavily, and I still have a lot of work to do in the spring. So I'm hoping with this, with using the straw, I can just rake up and start planting. We'll see how it goes. It's all a learning experience here. But there you have it. A chicken coop in the city on a budget. We're on 1/10 of an acre here in Cincinnati, and that's with the house. So I'm growing on much less than that. We're homesteading on probably 1/12 of an acre, give or take. So I hope that's a little inspiration for all of you. Doesn't take much. Anyone can do it. Happy homesteading, folks.